Hey, Divine Family, this is the Sagittarius 2026 read, so let's jump straight in. I did pull some keywords, so some of the keywords is honest or honesty, TV, reading our old convos over and over. The word married came out, sleep deprived, serious commitment, dinner together, growth or change, loud, the word overbearing, the word vows, coming to see you soon, doctor, happening in the future, the word gold. Somebody may have wavy hair or curly hair, and will you forgive me also came out. So the first thing that we'll see how those words apply. So the first thing came out for you, Sagittarius, is the activation card. You're activating your soul person's purpose and receiving gifts. So this has to do with your money, career, finances, okay? Awaken your soul. It's time to awaken your soul and tap into your ancestral memory and inner wisdom. If you focus too much on the material world instead of the spiritual world, you'll have your downfall with that, okay? Spirit is calling you to take action, God, okay? Whatever you're questioning, this is telling you to go for it. So if you're contemplating taking action, whether that's next steps in a relationship or career, Spirit is saying this is the time for you to do it, okay? Some of you might end up being on TV. Some of you may have some TV experience or maybe getting some type of worldwide recognition for something that you're doing in your profession. So that may be something that you see happening for you in 2026, Sagittarius. Spirit is saying make sure that you don't procrastinate or wait to take the next step to get ahead. Just go ahead and do it. Nothing will change if you don't take action. Don't let opportunity pass you by. A lot of you in 2025 and before were investing a lot of energy into your partners and overlooking your goals. So things that you were working on took a back seat because you put your focus on some type of relationship, and we're going to get into it. But I could tell that the relationship involves some third-party energy, and you felt like you had to practically watch this person like a child to try to keep them on a leash, and it took away from you focusing on your goals. And because of this, people are actually gossiping about what you have going on in life. Like, they talk about your success, they talk about how successful you are from a professional standpoint, but how much your personal life is at disarray. You may be a person that gives a lot of advice to other people, and it seems like you don't necessarily take your own advice, and people are gossiping about this. They're gossiping about what you have on. In order to minimize the drama and take personal responsibility, you must act with integrity. So make sure you're taking the advice that you're giving other people. Make sure that you're taking a step back and self-evaluating things. And I see that happening for you in 2026. Your personal drama is actually getting in the way of your work at this time. I called it. I hadn't even read that card yet, but you postponed a lot of your goals or took a step back. Some of y'all are supposed to be on TV by now or further along than what you are, Sagittarius, and you're not because you've had to shift your focus onto a partner that was not investing back in you in the same way to kind of babysit them. And that's not what you should have to do. Spirit is saying you need to proceed with caution when it comes to the financial decisions that you're making. Be careful not to be overspending on your wants and needs instead of what you really need, okay? It's more, right now, you're spending more money than you have coming in. And I feel like it has something to do with this relationship dynamic that some of y'all were in. I feel like Sagittarius, a lot of y'all gave a lot to a relationship, even monetarily, and you wasted your money. Money that you could have been saving, money that you should have had still sitting in your savings, you gave and invested in somebody that did not deserve it. And they wasted your money. They saw that you had the money, they have spending issues, and they wasted your money. Trust the universe has a better plan for you than you do. Protecting your health, protecting yourself. Make sure you're doing things to ground yourself. Go to the water. Some of you might be taking trips to the water, to the beaches, traveling with family, doing different things, going outside, walking, exercising, doing stuff with friends. Go do that stuff to ground yourself, okay? So let's kind of talk about relationship stuff, right? So that's like career. You needing to redirect your focus. I'm seeing in 2026 Sagittarius where you're really evaluating your self-worth, or you're finally coming into a place where you feel like, okay, I'm finally finding myself and I'm realizing what I've allowed myself to go through over this year. And I think it's time to heal from that. It's time for me to work on me. It's time for me to start working on my self-appreciation and pouring back into me. And with that comes you setting some boundaries, okay? Some of you may be married. Or some of you may be engaged or in a serious relationship where you desire marriage, and or you may have had some type of commitment with someone, or untraditional commit with someone, where you made a commitment to each other, or y'all had a plan to move towards marriage, and that person may not have been aligned on that plan or keeping up with what y'all originally agreed on, and it forced you to put some boundaries in place. Put some boundaries in place, because every time you try to talk to this person and bring up how you felt, they might have been trying to avoid the conversation with you. And tell you they didn't want to deal with that right now, or their common word might be, I just want peace. I don't want to be arguing, I don't be fussing. And they're not taking it as you're the problem, you know? And it got to a point where you condoned it for so long that they no longer were the problem. It really was you, because you allowed yourself to stay in a situation that was not serving you for far too long. Okay. And so now you're at a place where you're recognizing, now that you're starting to tune in yourself, you're like, this is not self-love. Something may have happened with this person where you may have found out that this person was cheating, or giving to another situation, or focusing on other things outside of this dynamic. And as you watched or heard the gossip, or heard what people were saying, or started to really reflect on how things were going in your relationship, you said, you know what? This is not unconditional love. I'm giving unconditional love, and this person is not bringing me fairness and love in return. And none of the affection is being returned to me. And I deserve better than that. And you changed your mind. You were like, I don't know if I want this anymore. And as soon as you do that, I feel like part of this person is so used to having you there, especially if you was helping this person pay for things and take care of things, that they might try to find a way to come back in and say, no, let's start this over. Let's try this again. It's because they don't want to lose that attachment. Okay. I feel like many of you were never supposed to be in this connection. You kind of forced your way in it because you fell for this person, especially if y'all were having, a sexual relationship, and you kind of fell into this relationship and you wanted more out of it, and this person has always been given the bare minimum, and you went along with it hoping that this person would change, and they never did, and it only got worse. And now you're finally coming to the realization in 2026 that, yo, this is not working for me. This is not working, and I'm changing my mind about what I want. I'm going to give you the ring back. We might just need to consider going through a divorce, because I see no growth in you. I see no change after all this time. And I'm tired of being the one to forgive you. You're always asking me, will you forgive me? Will you forgive me? And believe it or not, they're probably going to come back again and ask you if you could forgive them. But you've been doing this shit for so long, they expect you to. But I feel like this is the final time where you're like, I don't want a new phase with you. I'd rather be single. You didn't want a serious commitment. We were supposed to be in a serious commitment. We were supposed to be moving towards marriage, or we are married. And I'm over here losing sleep over the shit that you're doing. Okay. And so I see you choosing to say, I want to be by myself. I don't want to collaborate with you anymore. I don't want to build anything with you anymore. I don't want to pour into you anymore. I'm tired of teaching you lessons. I'm tired of helping you thrive. I don't want to love you anymore. I want to work on loving myself. I thought we were stronger together, but you don't, and I don't have the same level of passion and values for this connection. So I don't want to do this anymore. And I see like something happened here where y'all were in conflict, and you found out this person may have had other things going on, and they may have put you in a competitive state with other people. And that's when you started to make that mental clarity, probably because of somebody either confronted you, something happened, and it caused a really big tower moment in this connection. And it was a great deal of chaos, to the point that you were probably losing sleep at night. Okay. And you just said, I can't do this anymore. So I'm going to put in clear boundaries so I can bring balance to my life, because I need to be sensible. And I'm going to end this dynamic because I'm tired of dealing with this third party energy. You broke my heart. And yeah, you was like, I'm tired of everything is at a delay here. We were supposed to have already been engaged, been married. And now I'm regretting wasting my own damn time. And so I do see this person, like, trying to get you back. But again, they know your value, but it's kind of like, I don't feel like this person really wanted to be with you on that level in the beginning, and then they fell for you. And so I see them trying to invite you to dinner saying, can we talk? But I don't see you going for it. And so that's where it's at. But you going with your career, okay? Because you have it coming for you. God bless you. If you need a reading, visit my page and visit my YouTube for the full video and text me.